Where did you get that online?
I got from Rogan's studio. The guy had a big box of Hawk Tuah merch.
Someone mailed it to Rogan's studio?
Neil
I'm
deGrasse
guessing it
Tyson.
was Hawk Tuah.
That'd be funny if it was an
It's
anonymous.
probably one of Hawk Tuah's handlers.
The Hawk Tuah handler.
What a Hawk Tuah's people.
I'm one of Hawk Tuah's handlers.
So I went through. I'm like, oh, I want maybe a shirt or something that says Hawk Tuah. But then this hat.
You can't go wrong with that hat.
It's beautiful.
Camos.
Like wearing Trump shoes on your head.
What do you think she's doing right now? Where do you think she went off to?
Did she actually go somewhere?
She crypto pump and dumped, and then she fell
So
off the
I know
face
the whole
of the
story of
planet.
that, but as for her being missing, is she missing or
I don't
just
know.
not
Maybe
online?
she's just hanging out. Yeah, she might
Not
just
online.
be hanging out in
Because they'd be
Nashville or
missing,
wherever she
and I go,
lived.
what? Like, remember Surrey, Tom Cruise, and his what? They were like, where
Yeah.
is baby Surrey? And I'm like, I think he's at home. She's with her
with
mom.
probably with his
It's
mother.
a baby.
Where is the baby?
It's not missing because you didn't get to take a picture. You fucking. What are you? Is it like the in-laws run all the papers?
Yeah.
Where's that little Surrey?
I haven't seen Cherry in several months.
It's pretty suspect to be like, where's the baby I want to photograph? I
wanna
can't
take
find
pics
it.
of that baby.
Show us the child.
We'd like to take a picture of the child.
The little baby.
Anyway, I wore that hat, and it was, I could you feel the power. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna get way better merch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
should-
start wearing
way
a
better
lot of
Hawk Tuah
merch, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
the merch king.
We were
I'm gonna
talking
get a
about it.
Kamala I'm speaking shirt. Excuse me, I'm speaking.
Fire.
I'll make one if they don't have a good one. I don't want just the letters. I want Kamala's face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with excuse me, I'm speaking under it.
Like an Obama Hope poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that kind of print?
Yeah.
That says, excuse me, I'm speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, that you could wear a couple days a week.
For sure.
Shirt like that.
You can do that. You
Get
can
some
do
mileage out of that shirt.
maybe Nancy Pelosi in the dashiki. Remember when she wore like a full African garb?
Okay, but that's a lot of Democrat theme. Is there any other good, like, bad merch where I'm like, why would you buy this? I'd like if they
Like
made the merch.
Like
themselves.
a Mitt Romney shirt, just like a not even popular.
They're not even all.
Republican.
Okay, you know, Kamala one and Hawk Tuah are obviously very political, but I don't want them all. Now, obviously, those are very important political statements. I would like to just have some fun.
Let's get out of the political sphere for a minute.
Hey, does it have to be about that all the time?
Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be politics.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be just the people highest up.
Yeah, some more good
Like
merch.
Kamala and Hawk
and
Tuah.
Hawk Tuah. The people who really run this fucking
Yeah,
country.
some more in the cut people. Some more obscure characters.
Yeah. Like where are we thinking? Are we thinking sports?
Maybe a shirt that takes a strong stand on Israel-Palestine.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of thing that you want your shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to my shirt about it.
Talk to the shirt.
You could have
pal.
a Palestinian flag shirt with a Star of David on it, just to kind of be
and then,
Switzerland.
and then
vibe.
have it say like "Love is love" or something.
Yeah.
The Magin David,
The Magin David.
the Shield of David. That's what
Is that the Yiddish word for it or something, or Hebrew word?
I guess it's not from David. First of all, it's the Seal of Solomon is what it is.
Yeah. I also don't think anyone was named David back then.
They were called David.
Yeah, it wasn't David.
Well, I say how I'm going to say it.
I don't think there was a Luke or a John or a David.
Those are two of the gospel writers. So yes, there was a Luke and a John.
No, I know, but I mean, I don't.
You think we switched their
what was their
names?
actual name? It wasn't like
He was like
was Luke.
Alabad.
Well,
just Luke?
Jesus' name is Josh,
right.
Yeah.
but something with J's changed. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't care. Make up whatever dumb name.
Kevin,
You know,
the Book of Kevin.
You could get some.
call
some
yourself Netanyahu. You be some Polish guy from Philly. It designed Netanyahu.
I love that.
We were
I
talking
love
about
that
that
he's
on
a
the
Polish guy
podcast.
from Philly.
we were talking about that on the podcast.
Some Poles are
He's-
Jews. What are you?
He's Yinzer Yahoo, dude.
Yinzer Yahoo.
I thought it's not a racist religion.
We were
But I
doing-
mean, you're on par with now with black guy that says he's a Jew.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He's the blackest-
Israel Ben Shabazz. I give that guy as much respect as Netanyahu.
Yeah?
100%, which is a lot. Which is complete trust.
Just faith that he's going to do the right
I
thing.
would vote for him for any office.
He could run for president.
I wish he would. I hope if Trump doesn't take care of things, I hope Benjamin Netanyahu steps
Yeah.
in.
Dude, we were talking about the fucking... Who's the guy who negotiated it? I kept forgetting his name. Setwick or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Setwick.
The ceasefire guy.
I don't know.
Oh well,
I thought it was Mike Huckabee.
Oh yeah, he is the ambassador to Israel.
Yeah, that
right
was
now.
Mike Huckabee.
I love Huck. No, but it was the guy who actually went there. Fuck, I forget
Mike
his name.
Huckabee, who they asked, like, what do you think?
Oh, it wasn't Hegseth.
Not Hegseth.
No.
It was okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but,
the crypto guy. He's a big crypto guy.
Well, okay.
We got
so
our crypto
there
guys
was always
negotiating
Negotiating
ceasefires,
ceasefire.
dude. It's nuts.
I mean, okay. One, the ceasefire was a thing that this is the plan from before that they didn't do, and so why couldn't they do it before? Well, because probably Trump, they don't have any blackmail on Trump.
Yeah.
Is my guess. It's such an easy thing to do. First of all, how do we not control that? We're paying for it.
Yeah.
Right, that always
So like you
confuses
can't tell
me.
them what to do. Like, yeah, I can.
I'll just stop the money.
Okay, do what you want. There ain't no money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So why can't you do it? So then now Trump gets. So some people I see will be like, oh, it's like October surprise. Like Reagan got the hostages out.
Yes.
And the Reagan thing, I think, was a fucking orchestrated event like that, 100%. Carter and Reagan, all of them were on the same fucking team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a real thing. I didn't used to believe in it, but now I 100% think it's true. I think George H.W. wanted to lose to Clinton because he didn't like being in charge in the front. He liked to go in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He liked,
Hey, yo.
but Trump ain't one of them. He's with the other faction, whoever the fuck that is. You know, the mafia has lots of families, so they get in wars, and then probably.
Well, Trump likes being the face.
For people who don't know, but the October surprise thing, that's with Jimmy Carter, like the Iran hostage.
They held the
crisis.
hostages a few
They held
more
them
weeks.
longer, like literally Reagan like held them longer so that he could release them rather than Carter.
Yes.
So he would win the election.
Yeah, so I think Jimmy Carter's in on the plan, and because Jimmy Carter got.
But he's a nice peanut farmer. He's just a humble peanut farmer.
I mean, I don't give a shit what they do besides what they did. Micah from Morning Joe, her fucking piece of shit father was like the handler of Carter.
Yeah.
He like picked him out. So that Carter did a lot of bad shit, and it was all, you know, like Chappelle did that set on SNL of how he walked through Palestine, and like, I guess it's a nice gesture. Like, go fuck yourself. None of you motherfucker. Oh, do you know he's the president? He could say no money to you fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so impressed that he took a walk.
It was a weird way to end the set that just to honor Jimmy Carter.
Because
Well,
he probably
just
wanted to
died.
say something about Palestine, but which is wild that Chappelle wouldn't have looked into that deeply as a guy who thinks we didn't go to the moon.
Does he think we didn't go to the moon?
I mean, I don't know now his moon stance, but
Yep.
for a while, like that
in
was
the
a big,
day?
Yeah.
wasn't that far. I remember. What's the rapper's name that used to hang out with him?
Talib Kweli.
Yeah, Talib Kweli.
No, the other
Mos
one.
Def?
Mos Def. I remember on Bill Maher, he was like, me and Chappelle don't think that Osama bin Laden exists. like Chappelle didn't believe Osama bin Laden was
a
like
real man.
Yeah, which I think he was a real man, but
Well, black dudes love conspiracy theories.
well, guess what? Now I do. No, it's not loving that. First of all, who the fuck loves that shit? What, the reason you have a conspiracy theory is the same reason a prosecutor has one, because a crime happened.
Yeah, and you're just guessing.
It's just stupid. Like, everybody's fucking just babble shit. That's a conspiracy theory. Really? So?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Yeah.
That means a thing that's not true and you made it up.
Yeah.
That's not what it means. It's called a RICO. I call them RICO charges. Also, by the way, conspiracy, most of these things are not, because they did them openly in front of your dumb face and nobody looked at it, and you're not going to look. So you could go find. We did on Joe's show yesterday. Went through the handbook of how to ruin a country.
Yeah, the
CIA,
CIA handbook or whatever.
Yeah.
And now these twats are handing it out online, like, so that you don't have to get it off the CIA's website, because I don't know what this administration is now in control of the CIA. So
Yeah.
now you can't before it was cool if the CIA knew your whereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that
Now-
the wrong people,
No, you don't want them to.
Yeah.
Before it was safe. Before you were safe.
if you think the CIA is good, you're fucking. I have family,
How many people do you
you
think
know, I
are
have
left?
family in it, by the way, who I like, but I mean, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
How many people are pro CIA at this point, though?
I mean, they've gotten
The millions of federal employees, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Who are all about to get
Yo,
canned?
yeah. Where do you think they even get votes from? Nobody watches MSNBC except people who work for the fucking government.
Yeah.
And that includes entertainers who also work for the government.
Yeah.
The ones that are smart enough know they are. Then most of the dumb whores, the rest of them, they don't know shit.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Diddy. He had to have been an asset. I talked to you about Diddy before when it first happened. Like, it had to have been an Epstein situation.
I mean, don't worry too much about him. There's a ton of them. Who do you like? They were one.
Lizzo's got a
dude in the
underground sex.
In the Elvis Netflix documentary. I started watching. It was all about Elvis. He gets popular and he like shakes his hips like a black. Remember the controversy of Elvis? He made like black wiggles. When he
Those dark times.
Yeah.
Saying about the jailhouse. And so, that was a whole big fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stole the twerking from Chuck Berry.
Remember when Elvis twerked the first time?
Yeah.
And
Through ass.
he started throwing ass right and left. And so he immediately gets drafted into the military, like right after that.
Yeah.
So what war was that? Do you know?
Korea?
No. There was no war. They used to just draft you automatically back
I thought
in
it was
the day.
Korea.
There was no war.
Okay.
It was in between.
Just to be a reserve. Put you
After
on
World
hold.
War II, they would draft. In fact, that was the law until Vietnam.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Not necessarily you were going to get drafted, but selective service.
Yeah.
But you could put your thumb on it if you thought someone was a troublemaker spreading black twerking to the right?
Like Ali.
So they send him
They don't
to
want me black twerking.
They send him to West Germany.
I don't want my twerk.
Okay, West Germany he's stationed. And Colonel Parker keeps his career going. Like he did all these songs before he left.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I don't know shit about Elvis like that, but it might be in that Tom Hanks movie. But my girls tell me that nobody knows what country Colonel Parker's from.
Yeah. Well, he's a Nazi. The working theory is that he's a Nazi.
Oh,
he was a Nazi who fled and like pretended to be like I'm American, and he had like the what's the word, untraceable accent, because it was clear he was like he was the Tommy Wiseau of his time.
Yeah,
where he was just pretending to be like American, even though he was obviously foreign, but you couldn't put the pin because he was just doing such a bad American accent.
Yeah,
that there was some weird foreign thing underneath it.
Okay, well, I didn't know none of that.
And the working theory was that he used to be a Nazi.
Okay, so they send Elvis to West Germany, and Colonel Parker keeps his thing going, and there's plenty of like cameras on him while he's there, and that's where he meets Priscilla, the daughter of a fucking general or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so already, like, the Nazi thing I didn't know that you just said until now, but West Germany was being run by Nazis, of course, because it's right after World War II. That's where we put them in charge of West Germany.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Elvis goes there, and he gets set up with a girl who's the daughter of some fucking general, and then just like Lee Harvey Oswald got set up with a Russian intelligence chief's daughter.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's probably the same network, I bet. Reinhard Gehlen. So we merged, OSS and SS merged together. It was a merger, 50, really even distribution of Nazis. But the Nazis are doing, because they already have a network in place after World War II, right? They've had a network of spies. And like there's probably a deep state during Hitler's time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the whole time, because this shit doesn't come from Germany. It comes from Germany, but it's really England, America it comes from.
Yeah.
We had a Sig Heil for the Pledge of Allegiance before the Nazis,
Yeah, we dropped it.
Yeah.
We were like, great, now we can't do it.
They got rid of it.
Dude, Elvis comes back, and then he does a welcome back show with Frank Sinatra. And he's got his sideburns cut. His Elvis sideburns?
Yeah.
And, so Conan O'Brien is saying this, okay? He goes, yeah, so you could see that's where Elvis became plastic. He goes, because Frank, they call him the chairman of the board, like, because he was in charge of show business, and Frank welcomes him back, and now he's not dangerous anymore. Right? That's Conan saying this. But Conan's not saying the part I'm thinking, which is, that's the MK shit. They got in entertainment early. And Frank Sinatra ran fucking MK Ultra slaves. 100% I believe that. Bob Hope, that piece of shit.
Bob Hope?
Yeah.
What did Bob Hope? The guy with the phone calls?
What was Bob Hope doing?
I don't know what phone calls means.
Well, didn't he have the bit? No, that's a different guy I'm thinking of.
You know who Bob Hope is? Oh my God! Well, watch
I'm thinking
him.
of Newman. What's his name?
It don't matter. Watch Bob. Let's go to the screen. Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's no screen.
Yeah, well, I guess give it a Google, watch Bob Hope's bits, and then you'll see immediately it's not comedy at all, and they have to laugh. I'll bet you him with a golf club, that shit's some kind of hypnotic cue. I'll bet you. Anyway, Elvis was in the program, so they paired him with Priscilla, obviously. It's very weird he went to the military like that and got drafted into no war to be stationed in the Nazi part of town. and then comes back and now he's safe. And then they show him doing shitty movies like the Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to fuck his cousins in that one. You remember that one?
I didn't watch him, but here's an interesting fact. That's when we made Hawaii a state. And that's when I'm sure the State Department or whoever wants to get tourism up.
Yeah.
So he becomes a living fucking prop, like most of them. And that's why they all got to go with Kamala. So I don't know which celebrities they have that went through the Jesuit programming, because that's the other faction, I think, is Jesuits versus like this weird CIA.
Like Catholics?
Yeah, but Jesuits, that's their intelligence arm. You know the Jesuit order?
I went to a Jesuit school.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was
Jesuit to me is like Catholics. That's all I know about Jesuits.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, but they're like education focused.
Okay.
So people that don't like Jews and accuse them of going into countries to try to take them down from the inside.
Yeah.
Guess who's
also doing it as Jesuits?
Not also, the best at it and invented it.
Yeah.
Jesuits. So in Japan, where they killed all them Jesuits, that was their pogrom. But they didn't have a thing with Jews. They had a thing with Jesuits because they were like the George Soroses of their time that come in and try to fucking eat away. And the reason this started was because after the Protestants split off.
Yeah.
You now have all these like secret, and then the Protestants like, we hate the church so fucking much. Then you get your Freemasons and your other groups that just want to kill that shit altogether. So it's a response to a response to a response. Do you understand? And so we got to fight. And as you fight the enemy, you become a fucking vile monster, like our CIA, right? And so that's just been going on for years. Like, and then when the MK shit happened after the war, that's when all these groups started coming together. So Alan Dulles' son became a Catholic priest or something, and they make it like Alan Dulles wasn't going to talk to him ever again because he hates Catholics. And but that's
the
then
CIA
it became
head, right?
then it became the New World Order of the Rose. So New World Order, that's the thing they would talk about. Bush, Clinton. It's not an Alex Jones made up thing. They would go that we're going to have a New World Order, 1,000 points of light, all that shit. You remember that?
Like New American Century stuff?
Dude, the New World Order was the thing George H.W. Bush promised, and people go, that's crazy. And I remember being like, why? What order of the world?
Is that like a globalist thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just don't sound good when you say it out loud. But now if you hear somebody say New World Order, it means wrestling, or or Alex Jones said a thing.
Yeah, Alex Jones said a crazy
But Alex Jones didn't pull that out of his ass. That's what they all said.
Yeah.
And Zbigniew Brzezinski, the guy that installed Carter, picked him out of Bohemian Grove. That motherfucker is they wrote all about what they intend to do. Okay, it's not a secret. Again, conspiracies are hidden.
A single world.
We don't like national borders. Number one, so that's why you got to flood things with migrants. Besides just wrecking the country, so you beg for a savior.
Yeah,
which is that's what we do around the world.
Yeah,
and give everybody labor for $3.
Yeah, the CIA. Okay, so the CIA. Yeah, okay, they got a lot of great German know-how in it, but the Jesuits have been doing that shit for like way longer. You know what I mean? Like they had a real head start on all the shit the CIA does. Not just that, like Queen Elizabeth times, like John Dee you hear of, the Enochian magic guy.
Yeah.
Well, that was her secret service. That was her intel service. Is him. 007's his signature.
Yeah,
that's where they got it for James Bond. So that's all wizard shit. That's what that means.
It all comes from like a lot of it comes from like occult wizard shit. They
always have some but it works. Being gay works.
Do you think is that what you think the crypto thing is, where it's like all pointing towards that, or
crypto's
is that just
gambling? So that's it's like having the casinos back you.
Yeah,
crypto's gambling.
Do you think it's like a globalist agenda though to have
make
like
it
one
global
currency?
Well, they have that agenda, but I don't think they just do like. like Nazism and communism and capital, all the things.
Yeah.
To me, those are just gain of function experiments to see which one we're going to... Because you always call America the American experiment. You remember that?
Yeah.
I thought we were pretty much settled science now that we exist.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are they going to end the experiment?
Are we still experimenting?
Yeah, but that wording is like always sticks out to me because that's what all these things are, little petri dishes. So,
like trial and error for methods
Hitler,
of control.
yeah, Hitler's a gain of function that got out of hand. That's what I think. I think that was like one of their little pet things that went out, and they were going to side with him until he went early on Poland. They were going to give him Poland or whatever the fuck he wanted, but he jumped the gun, and also he started realizing, I guess, he had a deep state, and he already wasn't the most stable fella.
Yeah,
and he got worse and worse. And they're shooting him up with... All these guys are being shot up with meth.
Yeah, Hitler loved meth.
Hitler had a
Nazis
fat
loved
doctor
meth.
who smoked. And we shoot him up with meth.
It's like, you have to do meth, Hitler.
Yeah, and like... but you could see who these people... It's like a Kanye West handler. That's how I look at it now. I didn't look at it that way before, but that's how I look at it now.
What do you mean?
Like, these people are all like little props, and some of them think they're in charge, and then they find out they're not.
And then they bug out.
And they bug out and try to, like, you know what I mean?
That's what
I think
Kanye's doing. He's like...
Dude,
Well, you mean like how Kanye said his doctor was giving him nitrous?
he is.
He got like addicted to nitrous
He
for a
got
while.
addicted to whippets
Yeah, crazy.
because he had like an
Is
advisor.
that a painting of Matt Rife?
This
Yeah,
is
it's a painting of Matt Rife.
Do you like it?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm sweating because it's hot in here. Or because the jawline of Matt.
Yeah, we got that commission for the studio.
Yeah.
Who you commissioned it?
We-
Yeah,
paid a
my
friend.
friend Ryan's a great painter.
And he painted us the Rife
He
painting.
painted me that one. He gave me that as a gift. The guy with the gills crying, and then
That's a what is that? An H.P. Lovecraft man?
yeah, it's kind of like a Shape of
Innsmouth.
Water vibe. You know what I mean?
What's the Innsmouth look?
Mm-hmm. And then we were like, could you do a Rife one?
Yeah,
for us?
we felt compelled to get a Rife painting in here.
Yeah, and I just think he looks just like
Dude, you should make that into a chain and wear it around your neck.
just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little pendant, or just wear this as
We
a
should
chain.
make it into
Medallion.
merch for Kurt, really.
Yeah, we should make some Matt Rife merch for you.
Yeah, that'd be a nice shirt.
You should get
Well,
some Rife merch.
shouldn't I just get his merch?
Yeah, you should get his merch.
Yeah, I want.
That'd be a
I
good
really
one.
want to spread my merch game out.
Yeah.
Rife's a good one.
Yeah.
To go
I'm
with
mad
Hawk
your
Tuah
girlfriend said
and
I could
Kamala.
have her Hawk Tuah spit on that thing shirt, and then she says she
I think I
wanted
should
to
go
keep
into the knife.
it. What?
Like go into the knife, as they say, to get a
Oh,
knife.
you
Yeah.
look like Rife?
If you got a jaw implant, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have
You suck your cheeks in.
a new phase
Wow.
that kind of sucked in.
Dude,
He's
firm
had
jaw.
something done, right?
Definitely.
Probably, almost certainly.
His lips are too supple. I don't think men's lips are
Dude,
naturally
I
that
think,
supple.
but I do think whoever did him nailed it. Because sometimes you go, did he do something? Did he not? That's a good spot to be in. He's so
Where a
handsome.
guy's got to dodge dicks his whole life. I mean,
amount of
assuming
cock
he
flying
does.
at him.
Assuming he does.
Yeah, well, some celebs get like the Mickey Rourke thing where you're like,
Yeah,
your
you look
doctor fucked
scary
you
as
up.
fuck.
But Rife's got the good doctor.
Rife spent his money well.
Dude, I mean, I'm sure your first operation's fine. It's just people get old. And then-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to age out
Then
of
you
it.
want to top off on your fucking surgery.
That's true.
You think the skin just hangs weird on all that plastic?
Well,
and
you know the filler
all the
moves.
Just
silicone?
don't do that. You just like exercise and then so gross. People look like aliens.
Yeah,
That's what
no, he's
aliens
going to
are.
look like an alien.
That's what fucking
But he's like a
aliens are.
sexy alien right now.
He's a sexy.
He's
alien.
he's a fucking piece.
I wish I was gay so I could get the full feeling.
Yeah, me too.
The full experience.
I only get a little bit of a boner from this.
It just moves a little, and you go, "What was that?"
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
never be able to appreciate Matt's jaw the way a gay does.
That's a good point.
And I know it, and I know that I can't. It's almost like I'm autistic against.
Gay sex.
Gayness.
Yeah, like I don't understand it fundamentally. The way autistic people don't understand human emotions.
That's how you don't understand.
Autistics are not psychopaths.
Yeah.
They,
It's like, you know.
they have souls and shit. Like it's
Yeah.
not like I asked my friend Scott Rouse, the body language guy, like what, because I'm always watching these specials where like it's just the high functioning people, right?
Yeah.
That are like good at tech.
Uh-huh.
And this guy who was like a well-known pyrotechnics guy for like Ozzy and shit, and he's with his mom, and he's in a he's got in a wheelchair, and to go look at the big train going by.
Yeah.
And his mom's like, "I'm cold." He's like, "No, you don't. The train's coming." Why would you want to go in with the train?
That's awesome.
Yeah, but he's not a psychopath. It's literally like he doesn't understand. He genuinely doesn't understand how she doesn't want to see the train. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna miss
No,
the
he
train."
goes, well, I really want to see the train.
It comes off close to psychopathy, though. It's like a lack of empathy for other people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
You know how I look at it is compartmentalize. Like it's the perfect citizen. They're the perfect citizen.
Autists.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's a mistake.
Because they're so specialized.
That's right. You know how nobody wants you looking into everything. You just focus on stay in your lane.
Be really good at one task.
They're like, this guy fucking loves circuits.
Yeah, so I don't know at what point. I heard somebody say they thought it was like, what's that guy's name? Descartes, the Cartesian.
Rene Descartes?
That they on purpose kind of split science, because all the scientists were like Newton and shit were like batshit alchemists.
Yeah, he was a nut, yeah.
And like he would like hold his jizz in and fucking.
He was gooning?
He was not gooning.
It's gooning without gooning. If you
goon,
can master
therefore I
that,
am.
you will become immortal.
Gooning without gooning?
That's why
It's called the Philosopher's Stone.
Well, are you talking about the piss?
No, that's
Philosopher's Stone.
So maybe I think what it is.
Like old alchemists thought it was like this magical thing. But
I think that was not what it was.
Piss.
Okay, supposedly what it is like you hold in your jizz.
Yeah.
Because like really hardcore Hasidic, like Haredi Kabbalah Jews that it's called davening. Do you know that where they just wiggle back and forth praying all day?
Okay.
So that's mystic shit, and and I didn't know this, but a bunch, not all of them, but a bunch of the sects, it's like they're converting their sexual energy. So you're supposed to be a little horny when you do it, and then not do anything bad, but just pray to God.
So horny you rock back and forth.
Okay, so I'm not like trying to make it like it's a necessarily sex thing, but that's an alchemy thing. A bunch of these guys are into that, and like the thing of like the girl sucks your dick. Like Clinton had Monica Lewinsky sucking his dick under the desk, but he wouldn't come.
Oh, really?
Epstein was known for that.
For not coming?
They like to edge.
They're edgers, not gooners.
Because they think that if you
the edgers run,
they think the forbidden fruit is coming.
So it's not a
dude. Look, I don't know. I waste my cum wishes.
It's not raping.
I'm letting my cum fly.
Every time I come, I don't think of a wish. I'm like, I want to invent rocketry.
I'm gonna discover gravity.
You've got to be flush into space.
Yeah, how many inventions have I jizzed out?
Well,
none. I mean, it's a waste of the essence. Oh, if you watch what's the fucking movie? Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that weird guy with the water and he only drinks rainwater and rye whiskey or whatever.
Well, he goes like, I deny women my essence.
Yes.
So that's secret society shit.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what alchemy is, and that's what all these weirdos think.
I love that scene in Strangelove. He's talking to the general about like drinking rainwater and stuff. Yeah,
it's not awesome. Because they didn't like they go eyes wide shut. They killed him because of that.
Yeah.
Dude, he'd been pissing them off. Every movie he would piss them off.
Yeah.
Every fucking movie. The one 2001, he calls up Arthur C. Clarke, who's in like some island off of India. I can't remember which one.
Maldives or something.
It doesn't matter. He's a pedo. Arthur C. Clarke is a fucking scumbag. Yeah, of course. And he got kind of exiled there, but not really. It's like, why don't you go stay over there and not here? Which, by the way, for England to be like, you're too much of a fucking
pedo,
you got to go away from English society. Can you imagine what a sack of shit he must have been?
1960s.
Nobody spoke about Jimmy Savile except Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
But this guy, they're like, you need to go. You know what I mean? You need to go. So, and I didn't realize it until I was watching the story of it being made, because I thought it was a book first that he made a movie, but no, it's at the same time.
Yeah.
He called, what's his name?
Arthur C. Clarke?
The director.
Kubrick.
He called him and he goes, I understand you're a recluse now. And then fucking Arthur C. Clarke's like, oh, you l'enfant terrible, he called him, like a real queen. And infant terrible means people are still mad about Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
Him saying that Christ secretion shit, that's, by the way, Jim Carrey and Adam Egget don't remember this, but Jim Carrey went on the show, on the Norm show.
Yeah.
And he started talking about the Christ secretion. Okay? The Christ secretion.
Sounds like cum.
Yeah. But you don't secrete it. It goes back up to heaven.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You keep the Christ secretion in.
Yeah.
You can fill with the Lord.
And Adam was like, I don't remember that, but I saw a clip of it. And that's the thing from Dr. Strangelove. The general's talking about denying the essence.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was talking about that
I could see Jim Carrey's kooky ass doing shit like that.
Yeah. And I was like, that is a very strange fucking thing. Because I was trying to figure out, you like, I grade things from like, you got to look at like real dull history shit, but you can figure shit out from that. But then I'll listen to people's wild stories, right? Like people are like, this happened to me. And then you can just meet in the middle. You just kind of you go through all of them.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to look at it anyway. And then the certain details will pop up again and again. So that's a theme that pops up again and again, that weird cum thing.
Keeping
the cum in.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a wizard, so I don't know. But that's a thing that's like a theme throughout a lot of stuff. We're in some pretty
it's Kundalini
creepy
yoga.
Yeah.
They do that, and monks obviously do that kind of shit. They don't jizz.
Yeah.
For some reason, they think it's your power, dude. But now the bros are doing it. They're no fapping. The bros.
That's why I think it's a Jesuit thing, because
it's also like a weird guilt shame thing. It's like the same shit.
Yeah, right. Themes. And so they switch out the themes, and so like I think there's like a trad choice made, and they're like, okay, well now you're gonna start seeing like Reagan's America kind of bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Now Reagan was completely full of shit, and when he like tried to not be, I think they tried to kill him. I'm pretty sure because that's Hinckley, the family friend of the Bushes.
Yeah. I got it. You kind of.
But Reagan was a too. Before he even got there, he was a dumb. Nancy's dad or stepdad was some kind of fucked up Nazi. Reagan went to Bohemian Grove, but here's what Bohemian Grove is at the end of the day. Okay, it's a blackmail place, like all the places. It's all for blackmail. Let's say it's not that, but let's say I'm being silly, and it's really the guys just get together and they burn a fake wooden boy in front of a giant owl.
Yeah.
What?
Just dudes having
Just
fun.
guy stuff.
It's like Burning Man, but with a boy.
Yeah, it's Burning Boy.
Just 100 guys
So
filled
you guys
up with
go
all
to
their
a thing
cum.
and to an owl, and what is it called? The cremation of care, right? What do you think that means? That means, hey, we're gonna forget about all the evil shit we did the last Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, it's a quick
all that
reset.
shit we did. Don't think about that now because
Yeah.
you got a lot more to do.
Yeah.
Repent,
So,
get
but
over it.
everything's
Didn't Reagan? He didn't have Alzheimer's while he was in. Wasn't that the thing that
Yeah,
he
he
had
did.
by the end? He had Alzheimer's.
The whole second term.
Yeah, and then he also, I don't know if this was in his first term or his second term, but I heard that he was like notorious for being like a genuinely dumb guy, where you had to like, they would do like legislation would come in front of him, and he would have like his assistants like read through it on like a slideshow in like baby terms, like explain it.
Okay, do you know no one who works in government even bothers to look at the thing at all now?
The briefings.
Any of them.
So maybe baby terms is better than just
No, that's like
nothing
a
at
guy
all.
Yeah.
genuinely interested in. That just means a guy's interested in learning.
He's giving it a go.
If we could be
what
so
does
lucky. to
dude,
get
what does
them
baby
to-
terms mean? What does that mean?
It
Not
would
in
just-
academic speak? Because then that's what I would need. Baby
Yeah, I
terms.
guess so. But it would just be like the explain it like I'm 5. Read it too long.
Everybody
didn't
should
read.
be able to explain a lot of shit to you like you're 5, and when
That's
they act
fair.
like it's more complicated. Now, I guess quantum physics is more complicated, but not most of the shit. Most of the
Yeah.
shit's real simple. Oh, you did something and you're lying about it, and now you got to lie to cover your lie, and it's my obligation to lie with you because I'm from here.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's not complicated. Oh, some people have some shit and you want that shit? Or is it complicated? It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So the complications come from
That's
liars.
that's like Lindsey Graham put it in baby terms. He's like, oh, there's a bunch of petroleum and minerals over there in
He's
Ukraine.
always
Why
saying
should
that.
Russia have it?
He's
Yeah.
been saying
Why
that.
should Russia Putin have all them?
The only
Why
thing,
should
the only
Putin
change
have
in
it?
his tune is that, like, no, I was always good with the war ended. I just wanted the juicy minerals.
Yeah, I love Warren
But
and
he-
minerals.
Love
He's
making
a
a whole
fucking
pot of
bloodthirsty-
petroleum and minerals.
Dude, he's a bloodthirsty queen. That piece of shit.
Yeah, dude.
My
He's a
tummy's
out.
full of blood now.
He's one of the most blatantly gay people in Congress. He's way gayer than Pete Buttigieg.
I don't
he's
think
gayer
Pete
than-
Buttigieg is gay. I think
Yeah.
he's not.
You think he's fake gay?
That's what Tucker Carlson said the scuttlebutt is around the D.C. area.
Is that Buttigieg loves puss?
No, he's not gay. I don't know what he loves. He looks like a blank.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think he's asexual?
He looks like a round-headed... Who the fuck knows? He looks like a Manchurian candidate like all of them.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't say anything that's going to prevent my chances of being a puppet.
yeah.
He just looks like that.
We
He
gotta
has
get
he answers no questions. He reads off pablum.
He'd be the first guy to lie about being straight.
He was not
Usually it's the other way
dude.
around.
They're all look. If you're about getting power and doing whatever it takes, and I hope you are, or else you're not going far. then you're going to be whatever you got to be. It's not about being gay or... First of all, it's not about that. Didn't you read Obama's letters?
About how he makes love to men in his mind?
Yeah, he tries to not... It's not about that. It's about...
He makes love to men in his mind.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't even want to, but
that's a good way to express being gay.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but I do make love.
They say it was like a known thing in Chicago that he was gay when he was coming up as a politician in Illinois.
Well, that's because that guy fucked him that was on Tucker. By the way, all those people are telling the truth, I think.
You think the guy who's the
gay
crazy
guy.
crackhead on Tucker?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
really
exactly
sucked him
who
off?
Of course.
He might have.
Oh, dude, I've done drugs so many years with so many fucking degenerates.
Yeah.
If you want to know shit, you talk to them.
Yeah. They're in on
They'll
it.
give it to you straight.
Why do you think they have drug problems from all the shit they've seen?
Yeah. They're stomaching it down.
Oh, you can't trust them. You got to trust this guy who fucking... Why would I trust Obama about anything? The motherfucker is one of the most rat fuck treasonous pieces of shit. I used to defend him.
Yeah.
That's a guy I liked. Wow, did I not know anything?
He was a good look.
Yeah.
It was a good look for the country.
They just think of like when people are like worried about your fucking... There's not enough fill in the blanks in fucking ghost busting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no women in Ghostbusters.
Is this to distract everyone from anything real? Of course it is. And who goes for it? Who goes for it? Fuckheads with college debt because they have to, because they studied to learn this bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
And then rich people that they love it because it's a lifestyle brand. Being the right side of history is like their brand, lifestyle brand.
Yeah.
And by the way, it ain't the right side of history unless you win, bitch. So
Well, it also keeps
that's why they were really clawing. If you're like, I'm the right side of history, everything
Trump's just
now the ends
dominating.
justify the means. His history better say I'm the right side, or else I'm fuck. That's my heaven.
Well,
My heaven as an atheist is the right side of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich people also like it because it keeps the train moving. Like they've benefited off the train moving. So if they're like, okay, closeted gay, smooth talking black guy, they want him to be the next guy. Fake gay, actually straight, absent minded,
As long
fucking
as you're-
Indiana mayor.
Yeah, as long as you're fake. Well, he's probably trained from a young age, is my guess, because there's all these young leaders. They're all the age of when MK Monarch was going on, when they were picking the next MK Monarchs. Okay, who would rule over us in the New World Order? That's what they were told. That's a real thing, not ultra. That's the umbrella term.
Yeah.
Monarch. Anybody talking about Monarch? You seen?
No.
Yeah, it's weird because that's a real thing.
This is like Bush CIA shit.
Dude, it's been out for 30 years.
H.W. Bush.
Read Kathy O'Brien's book, Trance, like with the C.
Yeah.
Formation of America. I listened to it on Audible. And it's all about how this chick was used as a child slave whore from the time she was a kid.
Yeah.
By all of them. And you can see her interview. She'll tell you all about it. And she has some very interesting... Here's an interesting tidbit that she had from 30 years ago. By the way, she testified to Congress. It's not a Me Too.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking bullshit social media thing.
Yeah.
This is a Congress testimony. The book is her testimony to them. So this is they classified a bunch of shit too for national security. So I already know it's real from that.
Yeah.
But they're all the worst kind of fucking rapist motherfucking, all that QAnon shit. No, I never looked into QAnon, but I don't think they drink blood. Yeah, they do.
You think they drink blood?
What? First of all, you're talking about mass murderers worse than Hitler, each and every one. Oh, I wonder if they would drink blood. No, they only spill it all over the ground by the thousands of gallons.
Yeah.
They never take a sip for themselves. No, only cartels do horrific shit and Africans, but not your... No, if you told me an African did that, yes, I would believe you. But certainly
a
not
black guy.
Certainly not Hillary Clinton.
A black guy would be named General Butt Naked.
Dude, General Butt Naked. You'll believe that fucking story. But if I told you people did that shit here, like, come on. Do you think... So what would even be in your head to say, why would you think that? Because you're programmed. Everybody gets programmed. You get stupid movies. What do you think these stupid fucking movies are? Where the CIA is helping someone.
Yeah.
Fucking Black Panther. What a fucking retard op that was.
Yeah.
Black Panther had the CIA. What was the CIA in Black Panther?
The fucking Hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
Bilbo is oh, you forgot Bilbo is the...
I forgot Bilbo.
Yeah, let's just... Bilbo, the kindly... I got to call Neil Brennan and yell at him. Not yell at him, but I remember when he saw it, he goes, because he was like, yeah, the one guy had a point, Michael Basketball Johnson or whatever his name is. That's not my joke.
What the B stands for?
That's not my joke. I can't remember whose joke it is.
Michael Basketball Johnson.
When he said Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is Mac.
Do you know his real name is
Basketball Johnson.
Michael Basketball Jordan. I don't remember whose joke it is, but it makes me laugh every time I think about it. He did it. He was at the Improv Lab, but he goes, Michael Basketball Jordan. Fuck, that's right. It is his name. No, he goes, not Michael Jordan who plays basketball. Michael Basketball Jordan.
Yeah. What's his name? Killmonger?
Yeah, and he was like, Neil's like that he had a good point.
Yeah.
Neil has made a lot of neo-globalist WEF
points.
Yeah.
Over the years. And I don't think he's part of anything. I think he's just like people just like, yeah, well, there's no God, the UN. What else is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaverse. I remember.
There's no God, just the UN in the metaverse.
Yeah, dude,
that's like your vision of like a rich LA atheist liberal is like there's no God, just
that's
the
what
UN.
it is there, dude. Okay, that's just I'm just saying like a loose sketch of Neil, a guy who's a friend of mine.
Yeah,
the fucking people at the top of it, it's so much darker than that.
Yeah.
You get a little up top, like we need to remake everything so everything is artificial. That's a tech bro thing from 2014.
100%.
Yeah.
They're doing it right now.
Why would you do that? And no, you ask them why, and you're like, why? Well, who else is going to do it?
Yeah.
China?
Yeah,
like,
that's their argument.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
what were you saying about Black Panther, the Killmonger guy?
So Neil's saying how his point about Wakanda didn't help the black people.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's like a good point. I'm like, is it a good point? Is that a good point? First of all, Africa fucking don't like you. Just so you know, black people.
Yeah.
Why do you think they sold you into slavery? Because they didn't want you.
Do you think there's a second?
You have to buy slaves. You can't just take them.
Yeah, but did you think there was
you motherfucker? Are you stupid?
Yeah,
they don't like you. And by the way, black people have known this for a long time.
We didn't find the slave.
Listen, if you're black and you didn't know that, you're white. Okay? That's a fact. If you didn't know that Africans don't fucking like you. Because when I was, dude, that used to be such common knowledge. They're like, they don't like you.
You
and
don't
they're
know
like, by the way,
don't like you.
same
You
as
ain't black.
Mexicans.
I remember Patrice talking about that.
Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of knowledge lost. That's how,
Well, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny to think there was just black Americans.
No, they're all young.
Africa.
It all started with millennials. Millennials are the generation that were completely fucked out of the gate because you're not going to be allowed to own anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was being said at the time, like just the way the inflation, all this shit was working.
Yeah.
You'll own nothing and be happy.
So that's later. That comes later. But that's either a cover story for the people that stole everything already, or the plan all along. I'm going to say the plan all along, and the reason is I read Tragedy and Hope by Carol Quigley, which explains the whole plot. The secret world, Anglo-American world power, it was Cecil Rhodes, the Illuminati. Mm-hmm. By the way, there's probably dozens of them. And all Illuminati means like illumined one if you make it to the top secret Xenu knowledge.
Yeah.
Of your
mystery box.
Yeah, if you get to the top of the mystery box school.
Yeah.
Then you're illumined, and that's where they tell you like the real deal finally. So you spend all your time at each initiation point. That's Scientology.
Yeah.
Just very basic. Same as Freemasons, same as Rosicrucians. You get initiated into the next level of knowledge. Oh, the same as working in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Oh, now you have
Clearance.
you get more top secret. So everything is based on that system.
But do you think, I guess each system has different kinds of legitimacy. Because you look at Scientology and it's just like the goofiest shit you've ever heard.
Dude, listen, that is just a cutout to controlled dumb shit actors with blackmail. Everything is blackmail at the end of the day, but that is a cutout. What they call a cutout, which is like the CIA is not allowed to do this, so they hire a guy to do this. You understand? That's how everything works.
They found a fucking crazy ass Hubbard who's like a sociopath who would have just like chomped at the bit, be like, "You want me to run my own fucking big fake black?"
I've heard religion? that he's naval intelligence supposedly, and maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but he was definitely around Jack Parsons, who's deep, big.
Yeah.
But
I remember the Jack Parsons thing.
This is just the impression I got because I really haven't looked into all that, so I don't know for sure. But If not, then I'm guessing they sidelined him with Miscavige.
Yeah.
So all these groups, in fact, every religion, there's like, there's the main guy who's got like the crazy guy.
He's the ideas guy.
Yeah.
And then there's the guy that steals it from him. Like
And
the Roy Kroc to the McDonald's brothers.
Yeah.
The
He's
marketer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Hubbard, but it's so funny. Like the stuff.
Paul like Apostle Paul.
What's that?
Comes around with Apostle Paul, like with Jesus.
Oh, the Apostle Paul.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Paul didn't know the other apostles, and they didn't like him. They're like, "Who the fuck?" He's like, "I had a guy that used to persecute them. Is like, hey, I had a vision. Now I'm one of you."
Yeah.
What?
Fishy.
It is fishy.
Yeah.
But it's a theme that pops up in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Are you religious?
No,
No.
I'm. Oprah calls it spiritual. What I am.
Are you spiritual?
Yeah.
Not religious, but spiritual.
No, I'm not. I don't have a religion I belong to. But I remember when I felt like I was an atheist, I didn't fucking hold my jizz in until I thought of rockets. I know I didn't do that. I know I didn't worship a goat head in my fucking. I didn't paint one fingernail red and then like fucking goat. Like I didn't. I'm like, hey, if I don't want to be religious, I'm not going to do none of it.
That wasn't part of your atheist life.
Well, that's why if you're an ass, like people are like, oh, but the church is. I keep trying to explain to Duncan that he's an asshole. He's an asshole. But I keep trying to explain to him, like, oh, there's just about independence and whatever. Like, okay, but I still got to dress up like a fucking. Wait, like if you're dressing up like Anton LaVey,
Yeah.
with devil horns, or you're dressing up like a priest.
You're
With a
still
wizard
dressing
outfit.
up.
You're still dressing up, pussy.
Yeah.
You're still wearing a goofy Harry Potter outfit, though, ain't you?
Yeah.
So you're still stuck in the dynamic. Everything's to make you that. I don't know who's in charge of that part of it, but you're supposed to be in this dialectic, they call it, which is the dumbest shit in the world. The two arguing.
Yeah.
Unification of opposites to go make a little progress. And then, of course, if I'm like a higher up person above you, I control both the good and the evil in my hand. You know? So the good and bad's for you to worry about. How Hillary put it, you have a public and a private position.
Yeah.
So that sums up the whole system.
Yeah.
Right there, a public and a private position. That's called the greater wisdom. And that's what these
emotion
fucking...
for the public, reason for the few.
Yo, people like Charlie from South by was telling me his grandmother's Rosicrucian. People are in these groups. And they're like, and you ask them about it and they can't tell you a thing. Like there's nothing that explains it. Okay. I don't know how people think that it's like normal, but the whole problem is that why do you have to be in a secret thing to do secret stuff that I can't know about? Why? Oh, because there's other groups doing it. Is that the problem? You're all fucking liars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me what I believe first and I don't have to fucking
Jump
put on a
through the mystery box
blindfold
hoops.
and guess what's in my mouth or whatever the fuck. Yeah, dude, can you imagine that
It's
any
to
leader...
rope you in. It's like a dangling the carrot.
Dude, any leader that goes to that shit should be fucking run the fuck out. Why would you ever let someone lead you who puts on a fucking skirt and a blindfold and then takes an oath against the oath you thought they took, which was to the Constitution?
Yeah.
But they're taking secret oaths like, but really, I'm going to help the group of blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, let's fuck some whores. Fuck you. I don't want to hear about Putin or fucking China. I don't want like this shit where you pretend to be Captain America but also you're the Punisher. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Be one of them. I like the Punisher.
Yeah.
I like Captain America. Don't fucking tell me you're both because that's what Luciferianism actually means. That's what it means.
Well, like being too
It's not
fake.
Being
Satanist.
duplicitous.
Yeah. No, I'm both.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a man and a woman.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, nothing's anything.
That's when it's like the goat with a tit and a cock. Are you talking about?
It's like, dude, that's the program, is to somehow make you accept this idea that you're both of those.
Yeah.
Just because everybody has their flaws, we're going to now pretend you shouldn't get rid of flaws. It's just a normal part.
Yeah.
Like Hillary Clinton has integrated her ravenous appetite
Bloodlust.
for underage vagina and children's faces. Her ravenous... Okay, her ravenous, seething energies inside of her. And now she's ready to be president. What do you want? Someone that has not worn a girl's face in front of her?
Yeah, we all have flaws.
You don't think... Yeah.
We all make mistakes.
The line between good and evil.
You don't think they do really bad stuff, do you? Not like an African.
Yeah.
You don't think they do Africa stuff, do you?
Well, we've had. I feel like a Dick Cheney wasn't pretending to be a great guy as much as the rest of them. Like he was.
Dude,
just
he
like
was, but that's what it looks like when he does.
Yeah, he's just so.
He's
bad
a bad actor.
He's pretending to be a great guy,
actor.
but that's his version. That's the best. His. I hope his entire family is hung from a rope that can't support their fat weight. I hope that they get a trial, and I hope that it's like the Saddam Hussein. You know Saddam Hussein when he had all the people?
You got that cell phone footage?
And they go, oh, Dick Cheney, it's so terrible. It breaks my heart. Go ahead, take him out. And you dab, fake tears.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick Cheney.
You think that was just him being bad at pretending?
Oh, dude, read Kathy's book. You can find out. I have nothing like. Oh, anyway, interesting thing you said before because I got to go soon. So they had some holograms set up in the White House with the room and whatever and a thing, and George H.W. could make himself look like a reptilian.
What? Recently?
No, 30 years ago.
They had holograms 30 years ago?
Their technology is always 30 to 60 years ahead of. I mean, that's well known.
60 years? You think they had AI?
I think their tech is probably much further now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
30 years ago, it was 60 years ahead. But anyone will tell you that. That's not a fucking secret. They had laptops in the 70s.
Obama's thing.
The shit's expensive. So all the things you get only come out because of some military application. And then when it's cheap to mass produce, then you get to play with it. But they have AIs. They had that shit. All that shit's done. And so everybody seems to forget that every time a new thing comes out. But the brain chip, Elon's, that's not new tech. That's from like 1970. Like... nothing is hidden. It's literally you're just going to forget, or there's a new generation of suckers born every fucking minute, and that's all you got to do is plan ahead and just trick you long enough until your beard's gray and you can go fuck yourself, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. So
they made him look like a lizard
because they found him and his Nazi pals found that there's a primal fear of reptiles and humans. So if you thought the lizard people sounded kind of like a Star Trek thing, well, it's because it is.
Yeah.
Now, she did say, I'm not saying there aren't real reptilians. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay? And a recent interview I saw with her, she was saying, because you understand, she's in a fucking brothel of repulsive fucking, but supposedly Bush like, yeah, they're us from the future, he used to say. So that doesn't mean that's what it is, but that just means, according to her, he said that. And the way I would sum up a bunch of things I just summed up very glibly, let's say.
Yeah.
It's probably that. So that doesn't mean, like, what does that mean? They're us from the future.
Yeah.
The Bushes? You know, like, it could mean a lot of things. So I find that interesting. And especially because you see how they do the UFO bullshit where they dribble out, oh, okay, we can finally show this. It's an egg.
Yeah, it's a blip.
Yeah.
It's a blip on a shitty black and white screen.
No, the egg was very clear, but it's an egg. I'm like, well, that is very impressive that you showed me that. Boy, are you sure the guy's not going to be killed for showing that? Let me see it.
Wow, you're being so forthcoming with your egg picture.
Guys, this is unprecedented.
You're being so transparent with
Just
this egg
release all
footage.
this shit or shut the fuck up. Why are you doing this? There's no reason they're doing it. They got an attack of the honesty suddenly.
Yeah.
They got a fit of honesty.
They're like distraction crumbs.
Of course. And so, like...
It's like drivel.
I don't know. People are going to put up that forever, I guess. Everybody's going to go, yeah, but... Rogan's smart because he does that to me when I'm telling him the thing, but he's being smart. That's what he should say. You should mimic the voice of someone saying stupid shit. Like he does. Rogan's slick, dude. He fucking... he knows how to talk to all them people.
Yeah.
You know? He never says anything on there. Because think of the position he's in.
Yeah.
His club is the seat of Western power. It's deadly, dude. You can get killed for that.
Do you feel crazy that you're talking to him in
No,
the
I
same
don't give
place
a
where
shit.
like the most powerful people in the world also sit down there and talk to
I
him?
think it's hilarious, and I think it should teach you like not to think it's real. I think that should, we didn't get into it on the show, but he was like, we're in a simulation. Yeah, we are, but we're not all in the same one. And I don't think it's a holodeck. I think it's a simulation of just lies. You know how lies are a simulation of the of the truth, but it's not true. Yeah, we're in a big lie. Yeah, it's a simulation.
Yeah, in that way.
We're in a simulation in the fact that
I don't think like the air is really ones and zeros. I think that for years you've been like in Dune, they got the voice, right? And it's not really said in the books or the movie, but they're Bene Gesserits based on Jesuits. That's what they're based on, the Bene Gesserit witches. And they can control every part of their body. That's all conscious. That's all that mind fracturing shit.
Yeah.
That's all of that. The MK shit. That's what Frank Herbert put like the whole thing in Dune. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's
and then they're trying to breed the Quiznos Haderach.
Yeah.
And that's
so that the guy that can perfectly
and
do
it's all
out
about
the Bene Gesserit's bidding. That's
it's
all like the Quiznos.
Yeah, they're going to control him, and it's prescience.
Yeah.
And so like
that was a weird part that was like missed in the. I read the first book and the second.
The other part was like, don't trust in chosen ones. Like you fucking. What are you going to go for that every time?
Yeah.
Every time you're going to watch the Matrix. That's why I didn't like the Matrix.
He was.
You're the chosen one. Shut the fuck up, the chosen one. That's what they call the victims of Monarch. They told them they're chosen ones because the family has to pick somebody to go into the program.
The chosen one.
So you see the funniness? Like, oh, you're the chosen one. And I've heard people's stories getting burned with cigarettes. Like it was Mormon guy, J.R. Sweet, and one of the other, somebody's like, yeah, he's one of them chosen ones, and they're burning him.
Yeah.
But think of that. Jesus, they're like, oh, the chosen one. They're whipping it. Like, that's what they're doing to them. Satanic shit. It's like Big Pharma, though. It's not that they believe in some shit like that. Some of them believe in it. Weirder shit than that. But a lot of it is Big Pharma-ing occult. I mean, that's what pharmakia is magic anyway, originally. But it's like coca leaves are a folk remedy or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to make cocaine out of it. Or we're going to make crack out of it. Or we're going to, opium plant. We're going to make that into fentanyl.
Yeah.
Poppy, yeah.
So it's, how do I take old, weird, occult magic shit and make it into fentanyl? That's what's been done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then they teach you to just never look at certain things because it's not your business. Like you're in the intel services. Don't do your own research. Like, why would you tell me that?
Yeah.
Why would you repeat that? How many people you heard said that? Oh, what do you do your own research?
Yeah, it's like a goof.
Yeah, it's like a pejorative.
Oh, you got me good. Yo, anybody you know that said that, please tell them I said they're dumb as shit, and I don't respect them. Like, do you think you're smart when you said something like that? I'm just dying to know. Aziz Ansari, you dumb shit.
How is Aziz catching
Aziz just caught it straight.
I hadn't seen him in a while. He goes on stage and something about, Aaron Rodgers is one of these guys that does his own research.
Yeah. Well,
I was actually like, I think I was liking Aziz said till he said it. And he said that. And I'm like,
yeah.
This is why we got to revoke H-1B visas. Little motherfucker. You motherfucking cow. You see how these people are?
Sacred cow.
They worship cows and they act like cows.
Yeah.
He's Muslim. He's not Hindu. But get him out! I did my research and I want you out!
I looked it up.
Aziz is fine. He left his show to lesbians, so he's fine. Remember when he
left his show to lesbians?
Master of None.
Master of Nuns.
He said it's time I stepped aside and it's about lesbians now.
Is the fourth season?
Now I suspect. I know I'm a cynic. I suspect he probably just didn't want to do that show.
Yeah,
and it was
and didn't feel super compelled.
And also, I'm on his side with that Me Too so much. That girl that tried to Me Too him.
It was a weird story.
Yeah,
it was nothing, bitch. I'm on Aziz's side with that. 100%.
He was like he's a bad kisser.
He stuck his fingers in her mouth because she thought he tried to do some Barstool Sports owner shit with her. And she thought she was getting Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
He tried to pull a Portnoy on her?
Yeah, he tried to give her a Portnoy. and she was like,
That's
hey.
That's Me Too. He tried to give her a Portnoy.
An honest Portnoy.
Just a man trying out an honest Portnoy on a Saturday night.
The girl goes, he kept ignoring my nonverbal signals that I didn't like it. Was your nonverbal signal to suck his dick, you dumb bitch? That's not a good signal. Your nonverbal my nonverbal cues.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Nonverbal cues.
Yes, literally.
Jesus.
Word nobody reads the articles.
He was ignoring my nonverbal cues that I didn't. Well, that I wasn't consenting.
The first thing Aziz did wrong was I asked for white wine and he poured red wine.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Vice versa. So as soon as you read that,
to be fair, that's a verbal cue.
Okay,
I want.
Guess what?
To be fair,
guess what? As soon as I read that part of it, I know nothing you're going to say means shit. because what kind of a stupid bitch would bring out a thing as if she were raped and start the story with, first they gave me the wrong kind of wine. I just want to have all the charges. Wrong kind of wine and rape. Why'd you just not bother with the wine part? The much more serious thing?
Yeah.
He gave me a wine I didn't like.
Yeah, that's millennials. So they've filled millennials' dumb heads, and that's the men as well. Mm-hmm. They filled their dumb shit heads with retard shit. And you've seen it the last 12 years, and it was to trick you because you're not going to get to own nothing, and they already knew. And so you saw the glee that these fucking repulsive gender blob clown creatures, their fucking ugly colored hair, and their fat fucking bodies, and their fucking polycules of fuglies forming a fucking rat ball. And then they go, oh, you have to respect it. I have never respected you. And then I'm supposed to give a fuck if you off yourself? Am I in Blazing Saddles? How did they make Blazing Saddles real? Oh, I'll do it. I'll kill him. Oh, like Looney Tunes shit. Oh, is anybody going to help that poor man? How'd they pull that off? Think of that. That's incredible. I don't have no kids. I don't care if you live or die, bitch.
You think because nobody's going to get to own property, they got us all to debate
they
about
gotta
whether
have
or not
you kill yourselves. They got to have a... wait, that's not... The math isn't right on that. Can't be half and half and half. They need you, a lot of you kill yourselves, a lot of you be sterile, and by the way, the depopulation is not just to kill people. I know everyone thinks that, but it's just because it's too hard to control you. It's to make it easier to control. So I admire everybody that just fucking these people just have babies. These like poor people, and like you'll see like a lot of like racist dudes that are like don't like blacks. They're always like looking down on their breed. Oh, they just keep having kids. Yeah. I love that they do that. I love anyone that did. Keep doing that because they're uncontrollable. And then when there's too many, because overpopulation is not a thing. Overpopulation means, well, I'm a guy with $1 trillion, and what are they going to kill me when they realize that they have nothing and I have everything?
Yeah.
And so that's the danger of overpopulation. So that's what these pyramid things are about, is to make sure that the fucking inmates never turn on the guards, and they won't. And they won't. You have to wait for Jesus.
Yeah, you think they're just worried that more people are going to want a piece of their AI money?
Dude, I don't even want to get into the tech people. God knows where they fucking spawned them from, but they don't look right. And they're not. And also, they're not in charge of shit, okay? The point of
You don't think so?
Of course not. Of course not.
You think they're beholden to something else?
Dude, they're fucking programmable autistics like everybody else. No one is going to these.
But
You saw Oppenheimer? What do we learn from Oppenheimer? He's not the father of the bomb. He's the vagina the bomb came out of after the general put his dick in his head and said, here, bitch, make a bomb.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs yelled at a nerd. Bill Burr's joke.
Steve Wozniak.
Yes.
Well, you think... yeah, I guess so. But
nerds are cows, and you make them do what you want, and that's the theme.
Yeah.
But then you put them in front like, you think Elon's the richest man?
Not in the world. Maybe in America.
No, he's the richest man in the world officially. Really?
No, he's not in the world.
What that Forbes said. Everyone says the richest man in the world, and what does he do with his money? Buy Twitter. You ever heard someone say that?
Yeah.
What'd you just say, you stupid bitch?
The Saudi family owns like $70 billion of soccer teams.
Oh, the richest man in the world, and what does he do with it? Lets people say a few more things on Twitter than the other two fucking things that we control.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yo, was she paying taxes so we can go to Ukraine? Morons? Well, you're worried about how he spent his money, but not how they spent your money on a Jaza genocide, I was going to say. On the Jaza genocide.
On the Jaza genocide.
I got to get out of here.
All right. Thank you
for coming on, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Anything to plug?
Appreciate it, man.
I got road dates coming up. Bad Art Podcast. I'm on Jenna's podcast all the
time.
Bad
Art Podcast. See Kurt on the road.
Go see me on the road.
Go see
All right,
Kurt
thanks,
on the
boys.
road.
Thanks for listening.
KurtMetzgerComedy.com.
KurtMetzgerComedy.com. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.